But anyways.
Schedules and authority to adjust deployments. When he issued a command, an entire route could become invisible for 15 to 20 minutes. Investigators stopped seeing it as a single corrupt sheriff. They viewed it as an entry point into public authority. They believed the cartel had used that entry to move narcotics worth millions of dollars across Florida for months. What troubled them most was not the narcotics. It was not the weapons. It was not the cash. It was a sentence in the field report. It said there were no signs of coercion. It said that cooperation appeared voluntary. If a sheriff could use his authority to clear a path for a cartel, the question became unavoidable. How many others, in how many counties, were doing the same without being detected? The next chapter answers that question. Investigators realized that the accounts, the maps, and the shift orders led to something far beyond what Florida believed it understood. Right after data from Calderon's phone and computer was extracted, one irregular pattern appeared at once. Analysts saw empty corridors across 14 months of monitoring. These were stretches of highway where patrol units seemed to vanish.
That's kind of what I just said.
Yeah. Almost
there
exactly
you go.
what you said.
So I haven't had a chance to watch this. This is
okay.
Wow. Right there. I mean, that kind of tells you what I'm saying. We're kind of observing in different regions. I've already probably said too much. But what we've been observing is there's been times where these checkpoints are unmanned, not a single border patrol anywhere around. And then there's other times you can drive the same highway out of Tucson, Yuma, and you'll see 20 border patrol agents in a matter of minutes driving by in vehicles.
Wow.
And the checkpoint, you do not go past that checkpoint unless they do check you.
Right.
And it's like every time I go through there, these boys know me by heart.
Sure. Now they do.
He's the news media guy.
Right.
Well, they've actually asked me, you get a good story this time? And it's like, well, who knows? You might be a part of the story.
Yeah.
But we'll leave it at that. But anyways, this just seems to be the crisis that we have here in America. What people don't realize is the human trafficking, the drug trafficking. Well, I know a lot of people realize it. It's a multi-trillion-dollar operation.
Right.
And our law enforcement, like I said, over the last several broadcasts, our sheriff's departments, even the prosecutors are being bought and paid for.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's everywhere.
This goes so deep, folks, that it's unbelievable. And this is why Donald Trump has been just kind of sitting back and going surprise, because he's cleaning house on this crap. And the more they can clean this up, problem is, Julie, I don't think 4 years is going to be enough time for Trump. There's no way.
Well, we'll see. Especially since they're adding on the bounty hunters now, adding, a lot more eyeballs to the situation. So we'll see. We'll see. 3.5 years is a lot of time in some worlds.
Well, it's a lot of time, I agree. But the thing is when you got over 30 million illegals that came through, that's the ones that they know of. That's not including the gotaways.
Right.
You're going to need a lot of bounty hunters. You're going to need a lot of Homeland Security being involved in Border Patrol. And right now, they're saying they are heavily understaffed. I mean, they've got Border Patrol.
I would imagine some of their folks are leaving just because of the threat to themselves and their families that they have to put up with right now. Right. There's, I can't imagine having to fight a line of people just to get into work every day, and then trying to leave your place of business and they're blocking you. I mean, it's a big issue. We definitely need more people to step up. And, I hear that the bonus is like 50,000 or something for sign-on bonus.
It's way up.
DHS or ICE.
It's way up. It's way up there right now. And reason why they rose it so high, I talked with a couple of them, and the reason why they did raise it so high is because right now their lives are all at stake right now.
Absolutely, it
The
is.
amount of death threats and everything. That's why they're having a hard time getting people recruited because they feel like they're going to be sniped out or whatever, or attacked viciously. And which they've got every right to think that, because it's
the
happening.
threat is real. The threat is real from what we've seen. These people are crazy that are doing this when it comes to not being able to see the element of which we're trying to make this better. And I think that they're coming from the concept of, everybody on the planet is supposed to be a free individual, and no constrictions and all this other stuff. Well, to a degree, however, when it's found that people are guilty of rape, murder, torture, all these other things against especially American citizens, and they continually get kicked out, they continually get put into jail for nasty, nefarious things that they've done. These are the people that we're picking up. And so, I think it's more they're in their ideal thought process, and they're not really facing reality. The reality is that these folks are criminals and highly dangerous to all of us.
Sorry about that.
That's okay.
Trying to get out of that. So I had another thing I was going to show.
Yeah, let's look at the other thing.
But when they did that little update, whatever they were doing there, it took away my Clinton thing.
Oh, got to go refind it.
Yeah, it might be on here, I'm hoping.
And so that was something that I was watching when Bannon was picked up. They gave him only a week before they picked him up and found him in contempt, or whatever they found him in, for refusing to comply with the subpoena. So I think it's been 4 or 5 days with the Clintons for their compliance, or has it been a full week already? I don't know.
I think we're at. I think you're right. About 4 or 5 days, I believe.
Okay.
But on another note, right here, this. Hold on one second. Okay, on this right here, this is where the Democrats keep ordering for them to go against President Trump's orders, the military. This is getting.
That one got me riled up big.
There we go.
Yes.
Democratic lawmakers putting out a shocking video urging members of the military to, quote, refuse illegal orders. But their message could be backfiring, with accusations of hypocrisy raining down on the party of no kings. Mike Emanuel has the latest on that. Hey, Mike.
Griff, good morning. Some of the bigger national security names in the Democratic Party put out a video telling our men and women in uniform they can ignore some orders.
Right now, the threats to our Constitution aren't just coming from abroad, but from right here at home. Our laws are clear. You can refuse illegal orders.
You can refuse illegal orders.
White House Deputy Chief of Staff Stephen Miller on X writing, quote, Democrat lawmakers are now openly calling for insurrection. Missouri Republican Senator Eric Schmidt saying, quote, at the end of the day, they're mad the American people chose Trump, and now they're calling on the military and intelligence community to intervene. Sounds a little subversive to democracy-ish. Then there's this reaction from Texas Senator Ted Cruz.
Look, Democrats, unfortunately, their base within the government is the deep state. It is left-wing partisans who in the first Trump administration openly waged war with the president. And that's Democrats calling on the armed services to fight against President Trump, the CIA to fight against President Trump.
Then there's Washington Democrat Congresswoman Marie Gluesenkamp-Perez going after her colleague, Congressman Chuy Garcia of Illinois. Garcia initially filed to run for re-election, but then announced he would retire, ensuring his chief of staff would be the only Democrat on the primary ballot. The effort deeply divided Democrats, accusing Garcia of election subversion.
Therefore, be it resolved that the House of Representatives disapproves of the behavior of the representative from Illinois, Mr. Garcia.
The Congresswoman later admitted she got her, quote, ass handed to her by colleagues on the left.
All right, McEmanuel.
So there you go. I mean, you got the Democrats starting to turn against their own party in the House right there, and just what they're doing, what they've been doing with Donald Trump, and just all that. I can't believe what we're witnessing, Julie.
Yeah. Well,
I believe it, but it's hard to believe.
It's hard. Yeah. It's hard to believe the truth of these matters that are coming before us right now.
I mean, when you're seeing Democrat lawmakers and Congress people out there telling our military not to follow Donald Trump's orders. This is our commander in chief. They're telling the military not to follow his orders.
Yes.
That's treasonous. That's treason.
Absolutely.
And you know what? I'm just going to say it right now. And you know what? Screw you, Mark Zuckerberg. They need to be tried and hung.
Well, that's just when we say that, what people don't comprehend, they think it's that we're going after them illegally. No, the product by which that treason produces is death. That's the penalty when you're a traitor and when you're seditiously treasonous. So
you look into the military code of conduct. I mean,
thank you.
There you go.
UCMJ. I'm going to say it till the day is long. UCMJ, Uniform Code of Military Justice, is being installed when you're talking about military people, and it's a different law. So people need to get educated in it. And again, this is not retribution. This is about accountability for what's already on the books, for what the final outcome is for when people are treasonous or found to be a traitor. And that's exactly what they're doing. And what I found interesting, so they were asking the people that created this video, what specifically are you stating that is illegal or legally that you should be not following orders on? And not one of them could come up with a solid example of what they think these people need to go against when it comes to orders. They cannot give a solid example. Why? Because there isn't one. There's no example to be given that is currently a legal order that you should not be following. Hello. So yeah, I'm on my soapbox on this one.
What they're trying to do is they're trying to weaken our military from within.
Absolutely.
They're trying to keep them from following orders that the president is ordering. Mm-hmm. Right now, this is all about God, family, and country for the president, keeping our country safe. Especially, a lot of people threw an uprising about Donald Trump putting the military on the ground in these cities. Well, when you got law enforcement folks that aren't doing their job in these cities, people are dying. People are being assaulted left and right. As law enforcement sitting there with their finger up, you know what, not doing diddly squat about it. Donald Trump said, I am not going to allow the American people to be assaulted, to be murdered like this in our streets. And this is why he did deploy the military. And these effing judges that overrode him and said, get the military out of these cities.
Yeah.
Those judges should also be tried as well for crimes for not protecting the people as well.
Right. And did you hear, though, that it was yesterday or the day before the Supreme Court came down and said exactly that you judges have no voice. You have no voice to say anything to how the executive branch is to be run. And
thank God. Yeah, you have that article?
I'm still finding it, but yeah, that came out in the last couple of days.
Good.
So we'll get that up and running for sure by Monday.
Yeah,
but they've been told, no. You don't get to tell the executive branch how it's to be run. So
like you said, these damn judges keep trying to play like they're the president,
Yep.
Like they're the ones in control. They're the ones making orders and telling him what he can and can't do. And it doesn't fly that way.
Nope.
Again, we got a lot of corrupt judges, a lot of corrupt law enforcement right now that Trump is having to contend with and eliminate. And that's why he does have Cash Patel, the FBI, going after all of them.
Yep.
You know, one thing that really bothered me that Cash Patel did, and I'm just going to say it, and don't get me wrong, he's doing a good job. But I'm going to bring this up here today in this broadcast. Anybody know what this book is?
What is it?
Only by Blood and Suffering.
Okay.
So this is Lavoy Finicum's novel right here. If you know anything about Lavoy Finicum Ranch.
Nope, I don't know anything about that.
So he was the rancher that was gunned down in cold blood murder. And this right here, his wife, Jeanette, actually sent me. She actually signed my book for me.
Oh,
Jeanette
nice.
Finicum. And I dropped something out of it. But anyways, one of the things that bothered me is Cash Patel this year turned around and was applauding the FBI, giving them awards and medals for above and beyond recognition for duties that they've done. Mm-hmm. The same FBI guys and people that he was doing this are the ones that killed Lavoy Finicum.
Wow.
Cold blood murder. I'm just going to say it. It was cold blood murder. You have to look at the facts, folks. What they did was cold blood murder. I want you guys to check out Jeanette Finicum's books and stuff, and a novel. It says a novel, Lavoy Finicum, Only by Blood and Suffering. You guys, if you don't have the book, get it, read it. I think you're going to find a lot of good stuff in there to read. And I can tell you right now, that's one thing about Cash Patel that just very upsetted me. I know Lavoy's wife was going to go to Washington, D.C. to confront Cash Patel on this. I don't know if she ever made it yet. I'm going to reach out to her again.
Okay.
I want to find out see if maybe she'll come on the show. But I'd like to get to the bottom of it, of why Cash Patel did that, or if this matter ever did get addressed. Again, if you guys don't know the story about the Lavoy Finicum, research it. You'll see that this is a rancher that was only protecting ranches. And he was actually on his way to go meet with the sheriff up in Oregon. He had a meeting arranged to go meet with them. Mm-hmm. And the FBI, Oregon State Police all had it planned out to where they knew a certain part of the highway in between where he's going to meet the sheriff at and where he was at was going to have a big dead zone in between. So they made sure that he could not call out to the sheriff or anybody else. And I'll say it, they ambushed him. He had a bunch of people in the vehicle with him that was going to meet with the sheriff that day. And right out, Lavoy was out there in the snow walking. They shot him, just flat out shot him. He grabbed like this when he got shot, and they said he was grabbing for a gun. You know what? When somebody shoots you, your instant reaction is
yeah. Well, yeah.
Shot.
Yeah.
They left his body in the snow for over 24 hours.
Oh my God.
Just laying there. His family, what they have had to endure through this over all these years, and seeking justice, reaching out to different FBI agencies and people, trying to get them to hold people accountable for this. Mm-hmm. And nobody was held accountable.
That's horrible.
To this day, Lavoy's murderers, I'm going to call them, are walking free.
That's horrible.
But you get a chance, you ought to look it up too.
Okay. Yeah.
Check it out. Roy Finnegan.
Mm.
And,
Sad.
Unfortunately, we see a lot of it, a lot of
It's
corruption
everywhere.
out there.
Yep.
Yep,
It's
it's
everywhere.
everywhere.
Yep. Unfortunately.
And again, I do love our law enforcement. A lot of them are very good people that do a great job out there. But then you had the corrupt ones. Those are the ones that I will expose all day long.
And they make it bad for everybody else, So yeah.
That's why I'm exposing the ones for LaVoy Finnegan that murdered him, and I'll call it what I believe it was, 100% murder.
That's horrible.
Especially when he had arrangements to go meet with the sheriff. He was going to go meet with them. Everything was, and the FBI and these guys knew he was going to meet with the sheriff. But they waited until he was in between on that highway to where he had no cell phone reception, put up a roadblock, the whole 9 yards.
Wow.
And
That's horrible.
They flat out ambushed him.
That's horrible.
And seeing it, and I've actually seen the actual raw footage of it. So I actually got to see step by step what took place, and that it was a cold-blooded murder right there. And that's why I'm mentioning it today on today's show as well, while we're exposing all the rest of the SOBs out there that want to be corrupt. And I hope, Cash Patel, if you get word that I broadcast this today, I hope you actually look into it and see that the ones that you hear, I think it's been a couple months now ago, where it's awarding on these matters. I hope you actually have your FBI investigate it and dig into it deeper and demand for the raw footage. And they were actually, the people in LaVoy's vehicle was actually filming it as well. And keep in mind, they were unarmed.
Wow.
And here at the FBI, these people, even after they gunned down LaVoy, lit up the vehicle these other people were in. In the same vehicle that LaVoy got out of. The FBI, I mean, these guys and the state police and everybody lit that vehicle up with fire. I mean, it was just unbelievable.
That's insane.
And they're screaming, please stop, everything in the book to try to get them to stop. I don't know how those guys even made it out alive. I don't.
Wow.
But again, I saw the raw footage, and if you guys haven't seen the raw footage, it's out there still. I know LaVoy's wife has it, so you guys can check her. Matter of fact, you guys can go to her website. I think she has it right here. I know this one here is only by blood and suffering, regaining lost freedom. Let me see. Liberty Rising, Justice for LaVoy. So here you go, right here. Okay, to further support the cause, please visit www.onecowboysstandforfreedom.com. So again, that is www.onecowboys. So it's ONECowboys for freedom.com. You guys need to check it out. You'll see what I'm talking about. And, it was very, very heart-wrenching the way he was murdered.
Wow.
He was a true patriot. He was very much a godly man, and a very good Christian man. And what they did just greatly disturbed. Probably ought to get off the subject. It really disturbs me.
Yeah. I can tell. That's too bad.
It disturbs me more that justice has never been served to this day.
Yeah. Well, hopefully he'll find this and do some digging.
Yeah. But again, I'll reach out to LaVoy's wife, Jeanette, and see if I can't get some other details on what took place if she ever did get to speak to Cash Patel. I hope she did.
Okay. All right. Good.
And
Let's do that.
If you're listening today, Jeanette, God bless you and your family. She's on my Facebook.
Great.
Just God bless you, and just keep up the fight, and don't let this matter go.
Right. Exactly what we're doing.
All right, guys. Well, I guess we're already
we're
over
up
our
on our
time
hour.
once again. Again, if you guys got some stories, if you got some information you want to share, if you guys know of some corruption going on in your area, law enforcement, whatever, right today. But we'll help investigate it. Get the story out to the American people. This is all about God, keep our country safe, and these SOBs need to be taken down. And if you got information that can help eliminate some of these guys that are in the corruption, we'd love to see them put behind bars. So we'll do everything we can to help get it done. All right. Anything you want to add today?
No, I think we're good for the week, and looking forward to seeing everybody on Monday.
All right. Well, God bless all you patriots out there. Appreciate you guys joining into our broadcast today.
Absolutely.
And other than that, I think we're going to go ahead and end this broadcast. Right. You guys have a wonderful weekend. God bless you guys, and we'll see you on Monday, 10 a.m. Mountain Time, 9 Pacific. Thanks for joining.